What are the various business documents necessary to bring a business entity into existence and to organize and run that business entity? Let's begin with the partnership business entity. Well, first, there are multiple types of partnership. The default entity is the general partnership, and there's no filing necessary to bring it into legal existence. All you really need to do is have 2 or more people carrying on business for some commercial purpose to make a profit or loss. And the organization itself, the entity, comes into existence by default as a matter of law. If you choose a specialty form of partnership, however, you will need to make a filing with the local state government, that is the jurisdiction in which you wish to organize, the Secretary of State's office. Now, you will file the Articles of Partnership. This is applicable to limited partnership entities, limited liability partnership entities, and limited liability limited partnership entities. And within those partnership documents, you will identify specific information about the business, its partners, its purpose, that type of thing. So this is the highest level governance document. Now, to govern the internal affairs of the business, you will use a partnership agreement. And there are many provisions that you will include in that partnership agreement that address the duties, rights, obligations of the owners, the partners. Okay. Moving on to the limited liability company, or the LLC. To bring that entity in existence, you must file the Articles of Organization with the Secretary of State's office, and this will bring the LLC into existence. Now, once it is in existence, you will use an operating agreement to outline the rules, duties, rights, obligations internally among the owners, known as members of the LLC. Now, you can put higher level governance information in the Articles of Organization, such as are there specific ownership units that you are using to evidence the percentage or shares of ownership of the organization? Are there specific types of members and managers in the organization? That is, are you member managed or are you manager managed as an LLC? These are the higher level things that you will put into the Articles of Organization. Everything else is generally placed into the operating agreement. Now, just know this: if you're going to disclose anything to the public, you will put that in the Articles of Organization, because the operating agreement is an internal document. It does not give notice or affect the external world at all. So with that being said, these are the primary documents used to bring into existence and to govern the LLC. The corporation is the most complex in terms of documents and organizational structure. To bring the corporation into existence, you file with the Secretary of State the Articles of Incorporation, and this will contain higher level governance information, such as what are the number of shares authorized? What are the types of shares authorized? What is the purpose of the corporation? If it happens to be a nonprofit entity, you'll put specific language limiting the rights of the non-existence, that is, of shareholders, and the limitation of the purpose of the corporation to nonprofit purposes. So this is the highest level governance document, the Articles of Incorporation. Now, to govern the organization internally among the directors who set the high-level strategy and the shareholders, the owners of the organization, you will use the bylaws first. The bylaws lay out all the rules, procedures that the board of directors will follow in governing the organization, and it will also establish procedural rights for the shareholders. The shareholders' agreements are agreements between the shareholders and the organization. It's more of an acknowledgement of rights and procedural duties and obligations of the organization to the shareholders, and any limitations on the rights of shareholders with regard to their authority to exercise control and to take part in the governance of the organization. So collectively, you'll use these high-level Articles of Incorporation, these internal bylaws to govern the task and function of the board of directors, and then shareholders agreements to establish, again, rights, duties, of that nature of the owners of the corporation, the shareholders. So collectively, these are the primary documents that you use in each of these popular forms of business entity.